Hello children, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are discussing about acids, bases and salts. In earlier sessions we have discussed about different kinds of acids, bases and their preparation and properties. Now in this session let us see about salts. Salts are found in plenty in nature. Yes, the more quantity of salt which we use at our homes is available from seawater as we know, isn't it? So in this way salts are available in the plenty in nature. The most common salt that we use in our cooking is sodium chloride. Cooking and preservation of pickles and this all we use this salt which we commonly call as common salt or table salt. Even it is also called rock salt. It is chemically sodium chloride. It is chemically called sodium chloride and its formula is NaCl. Not only this salt, some other salts that are found are calcium carbonate, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, etc. In this way, many salts are available in the nature. Even fruits and vegetables are rich in salts. Several salts are soluble in water, but very few salts are insoluble. Some salts like calcium sulfate, calcium carbonate are insoluble in water, but many salts are soluble in water. Let us see here the properties of salts. Most of the salts are solids with high melting and boiling points. See, this is called rock salt. In the same way, most of the solids are hard solids. They exist in the form of generally crystals, and they have high melting and boiling points. What does it mean by here melting point? The temperature at which a solid substance converts into liquid state is called its melting point. For example, if you say ice, what is the melting point of ice? It is 0 degrees Celsius. In the same way, these salts are also having certain melting points, but these melting points are very high. Generally, salts will be having thousands of degrees Celsius temperature as melting point. Even the boiling points are also will be more than these. So they are hard solids. They contain high melting and boiling points. Salts are usually soluble in water. However, salts like carbonates, oxides, and sulfates are generally insoluble into water. But most of the salts are soluble into water. They form clear solutions. And salt solutions in water are good conductors of electricity. Yes, when salts they dissolve in water, they form their respective ions. The molecules of salt they split into positive and negative ions. Because of the formation of these oppositely charged ions, that a solution of salt can conduct electricity. For example, if you dissolve NaCl in water, NaCl means just now we told it is common salt. It is dissolved in water. Immediately that splits into Na plus and Cl minus ions. So salt molecules they split into positive and negative ions on dissolving into water. So because of the presence of these oppositely charged ions, that water can conduct electricity. That's why you say salt solutions are good conductors of electricity. Okay. Now let us see how to prepare these salts. That is preparation of salts. By the neutralization of acids and bases. So the reaction of acids and bases to form salt and water are called neutralization reactions. We have seen the earlier sessions. So by the neutralization reactions between acids and bases, we can prepare salts. See for example here one base. It is called zinc hydroxide. It is a base and it is known as sulfuric acid H2SO4. So this base and acid on reaction, they give a salt of zinc which is called as zinc sulfate along with water. So here it is the salt formed, zinc sulfate. So how it is formed here? When acid and base they react each other, they form salt and water. Another way is by the reaction of non-metallic oxides with bases. We know non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So this reaction also will come under neutralization reaction. Non-metallic oxides, when they react with bases, they form salt and water. See for example here, calcium hydroxide, which is a base. Okay, here non-metallic oxide, what it is? Carbon dioxide. This acts as acid here. So these two on reaction, they form calcium carbonate salt and water. So these are salt formed here, calcium carbonate, which commonly we call as limestone. Okay, so in this way, non-metallic oxides will act as acids on reaction with the bases, they form salt and water. And by the reaction of acids with metals, metal oxides and metal carbonates. So when acid they react with dissolve, they form salts. For example, if you see a metal reacting with acid, zinc is a metal here. Zinc on reacting with the sulfuric acid, it is forming zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So this is a salt formed here. In the same way, if you see metal oxide, what is metal oxide given here? Zinc oxide. Zinc oxide on reaction the same kind of acid. It is again forming the same salt along with water. If you see metal carbonate, zinc carbonate, on reaction with sulfuric acid, it is forming zinc sulfate salt along with water and carbon dioxide. In this way, when acids react with either metals or metal oxides or metal carbonates, they form respective metallic salts. Now let us see different types of salts, which we can say as kinds of salts. If we observe carefully in these earlier chemical reactions what we have seen till now, we notice that salts are formed when hydrogen ions of an acid are completely replaced by metal atoms, isn't it? If you see a reaction, zinc plus H2SO4, what happened then? Zinc on reaction with H2SO4, it is forming zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. What do we observe here? The hydrogen atoms present in the acid molecules are replaced by metal atoms, isn't it? In the place of hydrogen, zinc came here. Now it became zinc sulfate. So this is a salt formed here. So we can say salt is formed by replacing hydrogens of an acid by the metal atoms. For example, in case of zinc sulfate, just now I have discussed, a salt is formed when all hydrogen ions in the molecule of sulfuric acid are replaced by zinc ions. Similarly, if you take another salt, copper chloride, it will be formed when all the hydrogen ions of hydrochloric acid are replaced by copper ions. So in this way, salts are formed when all the hydrogen ions present in acid molecules are replaced by metallic ions. From this, a normal salt can be defined as follows here. A salt formed by the complete replacement of the hydrogen ions of an acid with metal ions is called normal salt. So when all the hydrogen ions present in an acid are replaced by metallic ions, then the salt formed is called normal salt. Example for the normal salts you see here, Sodium chloride. How the sodium chloride will be formed? For example, in the reaction between sodium hydroxide, it is a base, plus hydrochloric acid. When these two react, the hydrogen ions present in acid molecule will be replaced by metallic sodium ions. Then salt is formed. So by the replacement of complete hydrogen ions present in the acid molecule with metallic ions, salt is formed. That salt is called normal salt. In the same way, we can say potassium sulfate, calcium carbonate, copper nitrate. These all are called normal salts because in this the hydrogen ions of acids are completely replaced by metallic ions. Okay. So if these hydrogen ions are, if they are not completely replaced, then another kind of salts will be formed. They are called acidic salts. So the salt formed by the partial replacement of hydrogen ions from an acid is called acidic salt. Okay, the acidic salt on dissolving in water furnishes H plus ions still and turns blue litmus solution red. So we know generally acids they liberate H plus ions on dissolving into water and they turn blue litmus to red. And here in the same way these salts also still will be having certain hydrogen ions in them and they can furnish them on dissolving into water. Not only that, these salts also can turn blue litmus red. That is why these salts are called acidic salts. For example, when sodium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, that forms sodium hydrogen sulfate. Actually, on complete replacement of hydrogens, it should be formed here Na2SO4, which is called a normal salt, isn't it? All the hydrogens in the sulfuric acid, if they are replaced by sodium ions, then it should be formed here sodium sulfate Na2SO4. But if only one hydrogen is replaced by one sodium atom and the remaining hydrogen is remained as it is, this kind of salt which is containing still hydrogen ions, replaceable hydrogen ions, are called acidic salts. It is acidic salt. So when it is dissolved in water, when this acidic salt is dissolved into water, it still produces certain hydrogen ions. We know generally acids they release these H plus ions. But here this salt also releasing these H plus ions. That is why this is called acidic salt. The chemical equation 1. What is that one? See here, this is the first one. So shows a reaction between sodium hydroxide solution and sulfuric acid. And only one H plus ion of the molecule of H2SO4 is replaced by Na plus ion. The salt so formed is sodium hydrogen sulfate, which is also called as sodium bisulfate, which is an acidic salt. The chemical equation which is showing the splitting of this acidic salt shows that when acid salt is dissolved in water it furnishes H plus ions and hence it is an acidic salt and it is showing acidic in nature. Some other examples for the acidic salts are sodium hydrogen sulfate, just now I have seen, potassium hydrogen carbonate, KHCO3, because they contain still replaceable hydrogen ions. Okay, because of the presence of these hydrogens they behave as acidic substances and hence they are called acidic salts. Another kind of salts are basic salts. The salts formed by the partial replacement of hydroxyl ions, that is OH minus ions of a base from its molecule with metal ions is called basic salt. Okay. So when a salt is formed with a partial replacement of OH minus ions, then the salt is called basic salt. Example for the basic salts, if you see zinc hydroxychloride. Actually, if all the OH minus ions are replaced by the metal atoms, then those salts are called normal salts. But still here, certain OH minus ions are remained in the molecule. So when they dissolve in water, these salts, they produce these OH minus ions in the aqueous solution. We know the substances which furnish OH minus ions in the aqueous medium are generally considered as bases. And these salts, they are producing OH minus ions, and hence these salts are called basic salts. In the same way, you can see here one more salt, copper hydroxychloride. So copper hydroxychloride is also one of the basic salts because it is also having OH minus ion in it. Okay, just how we told acidic salt means salt which is containing still replaceable H plus ions in its molecules is called acidic salt, and the salts which are containing replaceable OH minus ions are called basic salts. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel AIMS Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates on recorded videos.